Great. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining our Introducing Partner Central webinar, your one-stop shop for all your Copado partner needs. Please keep your mics muted. We do have a box for any comments, and we also have a specific Q&A section for any questions. We will be doing a Q&A at the end, so any questions that you want to drop in there throughout the presentation and the demo, you can definitely do that, and we'll address that at the end. I'm going to hand things over to our speakers, Christy Marsh, Copado's CMO and Head of Alliances, and Doug Cheney, our SVP of Global Alliances. Doug, I will hand it to you.
Doug, you're muted.
It all sounded so good.
I bet.
Ellen, thanks so much. So welcome everybody. Today we're excited to introduce the Copado Partner Central. This is our new unified self-service portal for partners. It's going to bring together enablement resources, certification tracking, deal management, and support into one streamlined platform. This is going to replace the scattered tools partners have been using with us for years. We're launching this now to take our partner relationship to the next level. And our goal is to continue to evolve the Copado Partner Central to meet your needs. But even today, it will help to create a stronger, more connected experience. It's going to help us collaborate more effectively. It's going to scale partner readiness. It's going to reduce manual friction and overall just bring greater transparency to how we work together. It truly will be the foundation for a deeper partnership and future innovation here at Copado. Christy, some thoughts?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Doug. So apologies, I'm not on camera, having a little challenge over here. But I first wanted to say thank you to all of you who are able to join us. This is, really important to Copado, and I'm thrilled that we're able to offer this to our partners. The core purpose of Partner Central is really simple. It's to give you a single unified place to work with Copado. We've brought deal tracking, enablement, certifications, and support all together so that our partners no longer have to navigate multiple tools or processes or reach out for one-to-one coverage to manage your partnership with Copado. It's one experience, one platform that's really designed around how you actually work. So we're also focused on partner growth, right? With clear data-driven visibility, we're really hoping that our partners can learn more, certify, and track progress along the way that directly ties to opportunity and impact for your business. And this is just the beginning. Partner Central is really the foundation for our future. I look at it as it's a scalable platform that's going to keep expanding to deepen the collaboration and deliver even more value for our partnership over time. Ultimately, Partner Central is about making it easier for you to grow with us. And I want to make sure that we're encouraging all feedback as we continue to refine and enhance this experience for you. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Doug and Christy. So to sort of give you an overview of what's changing, our goal is to streamline your day-to-day. We want to make it easier, faster, and more transparent to manage your partnership. So first thing that's changing is how you share referrals with your alliances manager and how you track those deals. Whereas now you might be calling them, emailing them, slacking them to share a customer referral, to ask for an update on a referral. You'll now be able to submit these through Partner Central, have your alliances manager be instantly notified, and then track its progress through its life cycle as it turns into an opportunity, when it's expected to close, its monetary value, all these things that you should have full visibility into. Furthermore, anyone who is a super user who should have access to oversight of your organization will be able to see all referrals within their organization to understand the holistic impact that your company has with Copado. You will also have access to project headquarters, including any customer implementations and associated cases, also enablement resources that are always kept up to date in terms of content, co-marketing assets, and customer stories all in one place. You will also have access to self-service support where you can log cases and track updates. And lastly, certification tracking. Any progress that you've made in developments through Copado Academy will be linked to Partner Central. So without further ado, we're going to dive in and show you a live demo of Partner Central and its features. In the meantime, Kate, if you want to drop in the poll around the different features, we're going to add a little poll to the chat. Please chime in about what features are going to be most useful to you. Okay, great. So Copado Central sits within the Copado community. If you're not familiar with the Copado community, it's where we house Copado Academy, discussion groups, releases, training, all documentation and resources that you need to get started with and really scale with Copado. So when I'm logging into Copado Central, if I have not yet verified my corporate email address, I will need to do so to access Partner Central. That's because we link your account to your specific organization within Partner Central. So when you're submitting referrals or accessing resources, this is reflected for your organization. So that's a really essential step. So for those who may already be a part of our community but have not yet verified your corporate email address, you will be asked to do so before accessing Customer Central. If you have not yet registered for the community overall, you can do this by going to success@copado.com. We'll make sure everyone has access to this. Going into log in or sign up. You'll click sign up here if you don't yet have an account. And something that's important to note if you're signing up as a partner, that you want to indicate what's your relationship to Copado. You want to choose I am a partner. You'll be able to add your personal email here as your username if you prefer, but it will be required that you add your corporate email address for the reason I just said. We are tying this to your organization's overall account, so that is an essential step. If I was to register and go through this process after submitting my one-time password and setting up a more permanent password, it would go back to this screen to get access to the community. From there, I'm going to access Partner Central. You can see it right here in the top browser. And when I click on this, I'm going to know I have access immediately because it's going to say, welcome to Partner Central. We're going to see this lovely Copado purple and our tagline, the one-stop shop for all your Copado partner needs. We're going to dive into each of the features here, but just to give you an overall understanding of the setup of the page, everything is present within this one page, and you can scroll vertically to access different elements of Partner Central. If you ever need to get back to it, you can just click back to it on the navigation bar and you'll be right there. So super easy to navigate. And we'll start with your profile. So in this upper left-hand corner, you're going to see your profile, you'll see your name and your organization that you have chosen during registration. If I want to change these details, I can go to Edit Profile, and I can change my name, my title, my About Me. I can add a photo, and I can change any other details here. If I am switching companies or I need to update my corporate email address, I can do this right here. This lets you know that as soon as you update your corporate email address, you're going to receive a new verification link in order to authenticate that email address to be linked to the correct organization. So if you were to change organizations, this step has to be done before you get access again to Partner Central. You can make any changes here and save them, and they'll be immediately reflected in Partner Central once I hit save. We're going to come back to opportunity referrals and talk about opportunity referrals and Deal HQ together. I want to call out this sort of eye-catching element of what's new at Copado. This is the latest and greatest news from Copado. So whether this be product updates or announcements, this is really what we are communicating and pushing out overall. We do have additional content and enablement sections specific to you as a partner and specific to your customers, but you can always expect to find the latest news at Copado right here. I can click on these different links. It's going to open in a separate tab. I can then download these. So this is our Org Intelligence ebook. Download it, share it as needed. So everything is accessible right here. Cool. Just a reminder, throughout this time, if you have any questions popping up, please drop them in the Q&A and we will address them once we get to that. Next, I want to talk about learning and certification. So what we can see in the left-hand side here is your certifications. This means your personal certifications earned through Copado Academy. So I can see I haven't started, but I've enrolled in Promote and Deploy, and Copado Essentials Plus is in progress. So whatever certifications you've earned or have started will populate here. If I want to see all certifications and courses available, I can click View All, and I'm going to be brought to Copado Academy. So from this page right here, I could join a new course, I could start a new certification program, and as soon as I get started, that's going to reflect right back in Partner Central, so I can be reminded, oh yeah, this is what I'm working on. It's always also going to let you know once one of your certifications is getting close to expiring. So that's always top of mind for you. Related to training, we also have implementation certification journey. So while your certifications is related to specifically what you've done through Copado Academy, implementation certification journey is about your organization's journey through Copado's customer success. So I can see for this specific account, this is an Explorer partner. We're just getting started with our partnership, maybe taking some and learning some initial courses and certifications, haven't yet started an implementation on our own. If I'm curious about what it's going to look like to grow to additional stages in our partnership, I can click on here to expand these and to read more about what it takes to become a foundation partner, all the way up to innovator partner. And this is something that your partner success manager is going to work with you along the entire way, but just letting everyone in your organization have full visibility into where you stand and what's next in your journey with your partnership with Copado. Popping back up to the top here, we're going to talk about submitting an opportunity referral. So as I said in what's changing, right now when you have a customer lead or referral, you might be contacting your alliances manager through a variety of different ways. Now we have this function right in Partner Central where you can drop in all the relevant details. Your alliances manager is going to be immediately notified, and you're going to be able to track where this stands throughout its life cycle. So as you can see here, in terms of partner info, this is going to default to your partner contact and your organization based on your login information. So we'll have that on the back end. Everything else here that you'll add is the customer contact info and information about the lead. We do know that at this stage, you might have all the information or you might have very little information. So some of these fields are required and some of them are optional. For example, we do need a company name. So I'm going to drop this in as demo for today. Business unit is optional if you do have that information. Contact first name, last name, and email address are optional at this stage, but very helpful if you do have that information. Primary product of interest of Copado's is required. So I'm going to choose AI. And lastly, detailed description is required. This is pretty much any information that would be relevant for your alliances manager to know as they're reviewing this initial referral. So I might add in the go live date or what we're aiming towards, any additional information I have on next steps or background. For purposes today, I'm just going to write demo 11/17, 11/19. And please note this note right here. It says customers will not be contacted without partner consent. Because you are submitting this referral, this does not mean that we're going to go out and immediately contact anyone. This means the next step is for your alliances manager to connect with you. It's just an initial lead, an FYI, and that doesn't change anything with how we view current leads. So I can go ahead and submit this. And the alliances manager is going to get a notification within Salesforce and also to their email address. This says, thank you for submitting your referral. You'll be notified of approval status within the next 5 business days. And that approval status will also come to your email. I could go ahead and submit another, or I can just press done. So I'm going to press done. And that referral that I just submitted is going to be visible within Deal Headquarters. So Deal Headquarters is where you can track all your referrals and deals to see your business impact with Copado. On this left-hand side, I'm going to see my most recent referrals. So I just see the one from today. The company name was Demo, submitted today, the 19th, and the status is in review because we just sent it to the alliances manager and they have not approved or rejected it yet. I can see a few more in here that I recently submitted. If I want to see everything that I've submitted, I can click View All. And this is going to have all referrals I've ever submitted with some additional detail, including if one was ever rejected, the rejection reason, and once that they've moved into an opportunity, the anticipated close date. I also have this chart just for overall visibility. So we can see on the left-hand side, we have total referrals, and then along the horizontal axis, we have the different statuses. So I can see I've got one rejected, one in review, and one in approved. And as these different referrals become opportunities, I can track them through that life cycle. So in discovery, in negotiation, closed won, I'll be able to track exactly where these deals stand. Anything in these initial stages does not have a monetary value against it, but once you hit solution alignment, this will populate as well. So purposes of this demo, I am currently using a super user account. Super users have access to not only their own referrals, but company-wide referrals, as well as access to company-wide cases, company-wide certifications, and team management. So if I am a standard user, I'll only see this view. By default, everyone is a standard user until an alliances manager sets someone as a super user. This is to protect company information and ensure only people that should have access to this information can see company-wide referral status. So I can see anything that I've submitted as well as anything anyone else has submitted within here. If I need to see more details, again, I can click View All. I'm going to have a similar view, only difference being I'm going to see the referrals submitted by everyone across my organization. And that's it for Deal Headquarters. Next, we're going to move on to Project Headquarters. So this is where you can manage your projects, your team access, and your support cases. So on the left-hand side here, we can see your Copado contacts. This is going to populate with your alliances manager and your partner success manager with their name, title, and email. This is so anyone who is on your account can see exactly who they're working with at Copado and have access to them as needed. In terms of team projects, if you're familiar with different customer implementations, you know that we use customer projects to view and configure your team's access. This is the same for Partner Central. You will use your team project to be able to manage your team that has access to Partner Central, to be able to manage their permission levels and to be able to view them. So in order to do this, I'm going to hit Project Configuration. This is going to bring me to Overall Project Configuration, and I can see my default view is Copado Test Account Partner Portal. This is going to look the same. It will say your account name, and then it will say Partner Portal, and that's how you'll know that this specific project is managing access for Partner Central. Everyone will have access to this view. So you'll be able to see your account name, how many active team members you have, how many open cases you have, and your total number of certifications. Everyone will also have access to view Manage Team. This is showing me exactly everyone who is on our team and has access to our Partner Central page. and their different levels of permissions. So if I am a standard user who needs super user access or just needs something from a super user, I'll be able to see exactly who has access to do that. I will not be able to manage any team members or their access as a standard user, but as a super user, I can click in here and I can actually change their access right here. So by default, everyone is a standard user and they will be marked as active. If this person was no longer with the organization and I wanted to revoke their access, I would click out of inactive and hit save. There's also varying levels of permissions that sort of lead up to super users. So you can see here, a super user can do everything. If I wanted to customize permissions, I could allow this user to log a support case. I could allow them to view all cases. I could allow them to view all certifications across the organization or manage the team. So that would be editing other people's permissions and inviting other users. So depending on the types of roles you have in your organization, you might just have standard users or super users, or you might use these various levels to designate how your team is managed and how Partner Central is managed. You can also come here and add a team member directly here. If you see someone is not invited and you are a super user, you can add them right here. You can add their email and also proactively set up what type of membership that they have. So if this is a super user you're inviting, you can do that there, or just a standard user. They will get an email to join the Copado community, to validate their corporate email address, and then they will have access to Partner Central as well. So all users have access to project summary and managed team, at least viewing managed team and project configuration. Super users have access to two more things from this page. If I click on cases, I can see all open and closed cases that have been opened by users within my organization. So although maybe I wasn't involved in this case, I can click into it and get a better understanding of it. Same goes for certifications. If I know that certain team members should be working toward a specific certification, or I just want to check which certifications my team members have, this is all present and available under certifications. You can also filter this if you're looking for something specific or for a specific user. Depending on how many users you might have, this list could get pretty long. Great. Last part of Project Headquarters is where you can submit a case directly. So I don't have any open cases here, but if I wanted to log one, I can hit log a new case. It's going to bring me to our standard support case, which starts with trying to get you assistance through some of our standard documentation. And if you still need a support case, you can open that. Once I do open one and I go back to Partner Central, I'll be able to track that case, where it stands, what progress has been made, and click back into that case. So this is definitely my home base for managing any of those cases that I do have open. And last but not least, we're going to talk about content and enablement. So you can see here partner content. This is content that is specific to our partners around enablement, or even specific content that we've created for specific partners that will populate here. So for example, you're seeing our discovery question guide for customers, and you're seeing our migration to source format webinars that we put on for partners. If you had specific content related to our partnership, you could expect it to populate here. We also then have explore content for your clients. This is any relevant documentation that we want to make sure you are armed and ready with to bring to your clients. So this is information on our press releases around partnerships, it's demos, it's customer success stories, and this is always going to be updated with the latest and greatest news that we think is relevant for you to have on hand and ready for your clients. Okay, great. So that's it for the initial demo. I am going to stop sharing and then I will get back to our presentation. Great. So before we get into our Q&A, we want to talk about next steps. So this is an MVP, which we're really excited about, but we're also excited to hear your feedback and to continue to evolve Partner Central. Some things that are top of mind for us are ensuring the partner resources that are available are expanded. You have more enablement materials, more co-marketing assets, and more updated resources. Also, a more seamless learning integration. So allowing partners to easily find and register for upcoming training sessions. And lastly, smarter insights and reporting to allow partners to access partner performance metrics and enhance Deal HQ analytics. And what's next for you? We want you to get started. If you haven't done so already, log into Partner Central. If you need to be a super user, work with your Alliances manager to request access. And we will be sharing this deck, but this also has QR codes to allow you to explore and share out Partner Central, and also our feedback form. So this feedback form will be live throughout our launch and for the next few months. Please share feedback with us at any point so we can make sure that Partner Central is built out and adapted to suit exactly what you need for our growing partnerships. And next is our Q&A. Doug, are you able to read any Q&A questions that we have?
I believe one of the questions was, I think what you kind of answered was if they didn't have access today, how they get access. So
Yeah.
through your Alliance connection and then those QR codes to log in. So if there are any problems, please let us know.
Yep. Anyone who's already a part of the community should have received an email inviting them to access Partner Central. If you are not yet a part of the community, that email should be going out this week, but there's nothing stopping you. We will follow up with the link. You can register, and as soon as you validate that corporate email address, you will have access.
I think one of the other questions, Ellen, was not seeing all the projects that they've worked on so far and how do they add those projects? I don't know if you have some insights on that.
Okay, yeah, I think it would be helpful if you just flag this to your Alliances manager and we can check. It might just come down to maybe where those projects sit account level wise, and we can get those added.
I think that's about it. I don't know if anybody has a few more minutes and we can keep it open. Also, there was the poll question. Want to make sure that everybody's logging in. As Ellen said, this is an iterative process. We see this as a growing part of our business, and there's going to be a lot more content we're going to be adding over time. So it's really going to be driven by the partner community and what they're looking for from us on that.
So again, please make sure that you're providing us the feedback, because again, we're building this for the partnership, right? So we're trying to make it easy for our partners to have a great experience working with Copado. So your feedback is critically important. As I mentioned earlier, I'm personally really excited about this. This is a vision that we've had for several years. So to see it come to life is a big win for me personally and a lot of members of the Alliances team here at Copado. So I look forward to continuing to build on the Partner Central so that we're making it an easy transition and easier for you to see value from the partnership with Copado.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Everyone is going to receive a copy of the deck that we presented and associated materials after this call, and we really, really appreciate your time today.
Thanks so much.
Thanks all.